Hey, what's cracking everyone? Trader Doug here. It has been a while since you've last seen me, but I've decided to return, and I'm here to start out by reacting to some Eleon adventures, reacting to this trailer, and I'm just here to give my thoughts and see what I think about it. Thought it was the easy way to ease back into making content, and so that's what I'm gonna do. And let's react, shall we? We got someone sleeping by the start of the game. It's a nice environment looking. Noki Scrapper, Casca, cool starters. I like the water one the most. Casca. We see in the lab. Got some weird cyborg looking dude. And we got someone on the ground as well. It looks like different than the cyborg person. Got some environments. Don't climb it up something. People run across bridge. Volcano area. Um, beach. Ocean. Some runes. Oh, we can surf. Let's go. Got people going up somewhere. Got some aliens right there. Story hourly, daily. Shinypedia. Well, that's cool. Looking at our box. Passive, held item. That's shiny. Arfeo. Glassora. That's cool, alien. Another shiny right there. Got a crab. We got Craboo. Look at Craboo. McKinley. Bastalith. That's another shiny we see right there. And another shiny. Dang, they be showing so many shinies. Conferno. Season 1 Eleons. Is that PvP? The Volcanic Guardian. Some key guy. That's a cool looking key guy. What's the bad guys? I'm not sure though. We'll see. Someone just slammed down an alien? That's kind of crazy. February 28th, 2026. Alright. Alright, that was moving kind of fast. Now it's time to look into it and pause and actually look at stuff now. Because there were things that went by way too quick that I just did not catch. I'm just going to be pausing now and stuff. Yeah, so this I think is the for the start of the screen. You're probably at home, you wake up, probably doing some homework or something like that, and then you find and you go to get your starter or something. It looks magical. This pink place. I don't know, there's something about this that these magical. And a pink lily pad you see down there. It looks like a pink lily pad. The starters, these gotta be the starters. Who's Venuki, the grass type. Fire type, Scoraptor. And the water type, Cascub. Now I am Team Cascub. I actually went in the Discord and I picked Team Cascub, so I'm gonna have a Discord link down below to help out the Team Cascub people. And it's gonna help me out as well because I don't have early access yet. So if you would be willing to, if you're someone who's not in the Discord yet, to join up and help out the Team Casca people, alright? I want that early access, alright? And right here we see like it looks like these are like the Route 1 starters, you know? Not starters, but you know, the beginning creatures. Got a little hedgehog and we got a little like caterpillar with a crown. I like the caterpillar with the crown, it's pretty cool. Now this, it's gotta be the lab, right? Or I don't know if it's the lab or not, but looks kind of fancy. Or it could be our home, who knows? I mean, it kind of like led into this. So I wonder if it is the lab. It's got a nice like little skylight thing. Then we got this weird cyborg dude. I wonder if he broke in to steal something. I don't know what he would steal though. It looks like they're sleeping on the ground or they got knocked out. I have a feeling that that person that's knocked out on the ground is our professor. They got like red hair and blue hair. And then right here, we see this. We see a bunch of stuff. We can see like at the top right, we see like some. You can click the player icon. I wonder what you can see with the player icon. Then we see a trade icon. Take a look at the left now. We can see that there's the Game Pass, which that's a little concerning, but if they do it right, it will be good. Hopefully they don't have any like aliens locked behind a paywall. If they do that, I don't see this game doing well. I mean, actually, it'll probably do well either way, but locked behind the Eleon paywalls will not be good. Hopefully they can at least confirm that or not. I would love to hear a confirmation that there will be no Eleons locked behind a pass. You know, no paid Eleons would be, you know, be good to hear. Then we got the store. That will probably have like game passes and stuff, which makes sense, or a currency you can buy in this game. Quests. We saw a quest earlier. We'll probably get more into that in a bit. Travel. That's probably how you like probably gonna fly to places, you know. Like, I have to have a flying Pokemon at some point to get to places. And then camp. Camp is actually kind of interesting, you know? I wonder if it's gonna work like Scarlet and Violet, where like, you can set up a picnic and do stuff, you know, like either make food, like, you know, sandwiches type of deal, or maybe you could breed. Breeding would be cool in this game. We haven't had a really a creature capture on Roblox that has breeding. I mean, yeah, obviously there's Blooming Legacy, but that's rallying, but to actually camp instead of camp somewhere and breed anywhere would be pretty nice. And then we have what looks like our team bar up down below, and then it looks like there's a bag and an aliens thing you can click. Now I do wonder, since there's an aliens thing that you can click, if maybe it'll go more in depth with your aliens, like, you know, maybe you can look at like their held items and stuff, and then you got the bag, which probably you can look at, you know, at everything. All right, right here we see another alien right here going across a bridge. That's pretty cool. You know, I might have to slow down this video a bit. Yeah, no, we see people climbing up something. All right, yeah, we see this like cool looking skull guy, but we also see that the door down below. If you look, there's a door, and we definitely want to know what's inside that door. We've been seeing those doors quite a lot in this game. And then we see it more fiery. It looks like we can see a person right there. I think that person's name is I believe it says Erica on it, if I look correctly. But yeah, we see someone up there. It looks like you go underneath and you can go up top. There's 2 routes. Oh yeah, here's another view of Erica. This is the same place. Hold on, I need to look. Is this Erica person looks like they're in a different place. And then that seems like the same person. And so I gotta wonder, is Erica our rival? And will we maybe like she'll be waiting at certain places where we fight her? I guess my first theory is Erica is our rival. All right, we can look here. It looks like there's a shiny screen. But then we see a little looking bird dude at the bottom right, like, and there's like another little guy. I'll mark it on the screen. I'll be marking everything pretty much, but right there, I'll know which one I'm talking about when I'll point it out on screen. But they're wearing like looks like they're wearing a red headband, like black hair that looks like some sort of Tenorian. Oh my gosh, I just said Tenorio. I'm too locked into Tales of Tenorio. I'm at Eleon, alright? And then we see this huge, this coral reef beach or ocean area. And yeah, we can look, we can see a bunch of like palm trees. We can see different places to go. Like, we got this bridge we could cross. We got this big over top area where it's like we can go to the left and then to the right. Then we got this like, looks like back here, this giant like rock we can go under. Alright, here we go. We see another perspective. I think like that's the underside I saw earlier. Yeah, it looks like right there. And if we look to the very corner, there's like a red looking crystal. I don't know what that is, but I think that's Erica again. I think we'll meet Erica there at some point. Yeah, I'm just convinced that Erica is our rival. All right, we see some little crab looking dudes. That's pretty cool. And then we see looks like there's a blue thing back there. I think that's another creature. Yeah, it looks like one of them. Looks like some sort of maybe like sea slug or something like that. That's pretty cool. And here we can see a Colosseum, like runes. I wonder if that's where we're gonna meet one of our the water like ancient aliens there. Like, I feel like there's got to be a big fight there. Yeah, here we go. We see some guy surfing. I wonder if there'll be different surfboards as well, or if we'll have like a single surfboard. Because I think, you know, it'll probably be a minor feature, but having a customizable surfboard would be huge. And the reason I say that is because I don't know if any of y'all played Pokemon Brick Bronze back in the day, but I thought it was so cool to have different hoverboards. And so I think if we get different surfboards, it would be so cool. And I think it'd be cool if they had some joke ones as well, you know? If they pulled a Pokemon Brick Bronze that had some like cool looking surfboard, it'd be funny. You know, like a banana surfboard would be funny. I had that back in the day. But then we can also look at this hotbar and we can see some, you know, aliens. I think those all look pretty cool. I'm excited to see them in game. Oh, nice. We see another alien. It looks like a palm tree person. That actually looks very sick. I like the look of that palm tree alien. All right, we're going in an area where it's probably the only way we can access it is through the surfboard. We see this door. So yeah, I'm starting to wonder like what these doors represent. I don't know if it's like shortcuts or if they actually have a meaning. Like, we go in when we find something. All right, here we see another thing, and we can see bunch of these aliens. You know, that guy looks super cool. You'll know which one I'm talking about when I point to it. This guy right here, it looks like some sort of giant penguin dude. Reminds me of Apollyon, and I like Apollyon. Reminds me of a mix of Apollyon and the that one dolphin. I can't think of its name right now. Dolphanity, I believe its name is. No, Dolphanity is Tales of Tenorio. Dang it. I got Tales of Tenorio on my mind. But you know which one I'm talking about. Dolphin. No, wait, no. Is that Tails tutorial again? I don't know. But there's like that special dolphin with the mark. It turns into, reminds me of that penguin mixed with that. But then we also look at these buildings to the right and left. I feel like one of them's got to be like the stadium gym or something like that. And the other one, maybe like a center or shop, maybe both. There's two icons on the right one. There's like little circles, and then there's a little thing on the left. I don't even know what that thing is look like. It looks like kind of like a one of those boxes you get from taking out on a Chinese restaurant, something like that. All right, here we see some more Aliens. That one on the left looks like another Morphu evolution, which they've been leaking that in their Discord a lot, probably on their socials as well, of the Morphu Evos. And I like the Morphus a lot. Then we see in the middle there, I don't even know what that Alion's name is, but we'll see. And the right one, that one looks cool. That looks like some sort of giant fire squirrel. I can see that being like a dark fire Alien. That one actually looks cool. I like it a lot. Oh, here we see it during the day. All right, looks pretty cool. Oh, wait, hold on a moment. Right there, we see the door again. It looks like there's a beam of light behind it. I don't know what this beam of light does, but the door is leading to it. And I'm just wondering, are these doors shortcut to somewhere else? We can see quests. We have story, which make your way to the professional laboratory to help with their work. 4 out of 4. It looks like there was different steps going into the first like quest, meeting the professor. Hourly, catch 3 wild aliens. Yeah, that's easy. Defeat 5 wild aliens. Defeat 3 trainers. Use any 2 potions. I'm trying to wonder, what would our be reward for this? Like, will our hourly, dailies, and weekly apply to like the battle pass? All right, right here, you can see they got the hexaplates tab selected. We have a normal hexaplate. That was like the first tier, and then the delta plate. That was like the second tier. It's like the great ball. Then the hexaplate is like the pokeball, and then I think the alpha plate, that would be like the ultra ball equivalent. Divine plate, I don't know what that would be. Maybe that's a master ball equivalent in this game. But then we also have the Omega plate, which I don't know what that is. There's a speed plate. That feels like the quick ball of this game. Got food. What is food? All right. I feel like this is self-explanatory. You know, we got food. I wonder if any of these are going to be used for like cooking. You know, we get to cook some stuff up, you know. But we also see on the right, there's an item to the right we didn't really take a look at yet. It's called the Shock Orb. Rare. Penetrating Orb is imbued with static essence that constantly tries to paralyze the alien it's equipped to. At the end of each turn, item attempts to paralyze the holder. Yeah, that looks like a nice PvP item depending on what the third person has. You know, maybe you could transfer your item to a opponent with an ability or a move, or their ability like buffs them a bit. I don't know if they're like paralyzed. But if you look here, we also see an egg icon and a key icon, and like a drill looking icon. The key item, maybe it's just key items, or maybe the key, maybe because there was this key guy. I wonder if that key guy is important. Maybe we'll have to get different keys. And we'll need those for the doors. We'll need different keys for the doors. Maybe we'll need like a water key to open the water doors, a fire key to open like fire area doors. I don't know. It's just a theory. Then there's eggs, and I wonder what the egg is for. Because usually eggs in breeding games, they usually take up slots like in your party. Or I wonder if they're going to do something different with the egg. Or maybe the egg represents something else. But then on the way right, there looks like one of those hand drill icons where like you dig down and stuff. I'm starting to wonder what that is. There's probably got to be some sort of mining feature in the game that you can do. Maybe we can we did see anti-space, so I wonder if maybe we'll get different drills to mine it in space. I wonder if there'll maybe be a digging area, like a fossil area. Here we can see the shiny Shinipedia. It says 230 out of 30. It seems like, I don't know if they'll have all of those on launch, but 230, that seems like what they got right now. I'm not sure, but quite a lot. Oh, yeah, something I wanted to see was see if we can see the Evos. There we go. We can now see kind of the Evos, what they have to offer. We have that first one of a Nookie. We can see the little squirrel, and it looks like it turns into like a witch thing. Ooh, wait, we saw the second Evo Cascub. The second Evo Cascub looked cool. It kind of looks like the fourth Evo goes on all fours. I'm not sure though. All right, I found the keys to go by frame. I was wasting time. I wanted to look at Scoraptor's evolutions. Yeah, we can look at this, and they look pretty cool. These two evolutions kind of turns into like this fiery looking, oh, I want to say dragon looking thing. But I definitely think I'm gonna be still Team Cascub after looking at the leaked Evos. Right here, it looks like we have the Eleonpedia, beginner collector, novice collector, intermediate collector, and advanced collector. And we get something called, looks like there's a legendary potion, a mythical potion. I'm not sure if they're legendary mythicals in the game where we get legendaries and where we get mythicals, but it was like increase their odds or something like that. I don't know how easy those are to get. Then if we look here, we have our Shinipedia, which we get something called shiny potions, which kind of concern me a little bit. I'm guessing they have shiny potions. I mean, if shiny potions are easy to get, then that's all right. I actually wonder what the odds are going to be in this game. If they're going to be like similar to Pokemon shiny odds, like in other games have. But yeah, we have shiny potions. That's pretty cool. I'm guessing it just increases their shiny chance for encountering stuff. And they're calling these shinies, looks like Radiance. It says your first ever Radiant Eleon. If we look at the first one, but they also call them just shinies as well. I'm guessing it's to make it easier and just simpler to say Eleon Shinypedia than compared to Eleon Radiantpedia. But it seems like they want to refer to these shinies as Radiant. All right here in the box, we can see, or they call it just the computer top. Looks like you can search Eleons as well on the right, which is a pretty good feature. And it has a passive called the Blood Drinker, which is kind of crazy, I'm guessing. I want to assume that it has to activate something like maybe moves that take like health, just to have more of an effect. And we see the Pokemon called Bastard is shiny. And it has something also in its inventory. It looks like it's some sort of a language called Acid Orb, which I'm assuming it does something. Why would it be on it when it's not acid? It has a passive called Ricochet, which I don't know what that does. Then we have another Eleon called Garfio. It has a passive Slasher. Yep, and then he goes to another Eleon called Yanito and a passive called Snatcher, which I'm wondering if Snatcher like takes items, maybe like with an ability or something. Like when hit, there's like maybe a percent chance that it'll take the person's item away. Then we see a shiny of a Garfio. Oh wait, I didn't even look, but there's another Eleon called Moacanter. Oh, here's another shiny Serpolisk, and I believe we saw the normal form in another frame. Passive Incinerary. When the possessor is hit by a pyro move, it absorbs the flame to boost its own pyro damage. That sounds pretty cool. Glassora. Passive Ancient Formation. The possessor switches between its offensive form and its defensive form depending on the move it uses. That's pretty cool. Mortera. Nice shiny. I like the red on it. And another one called Sephrodite. It looks like they're catching, Kraboo. And they're getting it. That looks like a cool crab. It might be, maybe that's the Evo of the previous little crab guy we saw that was walking, or maybe it's different. Who knows? Or maybe you just get these from chests. Oh wait, this is the Eleon that was running across the bridge. It's called Nocturcle. Also, we can see Glassora is also shiny right here. I mean, they leaked a lot of shinies here, but not the ones I want to see, because I want to see the starter shinies. Inferno, we can see a shiny. We see another, and this is a banger shiny. I'm not gonna lie, the blue, super cool. I like this. Fire, I might rock the Firebird on the squad. Right here it says competitive, so I'm guessing this is where like we have battles. Now, it looks like there's different pads you can go onto to fight. I wonder if you just like step on a pad to go fight each other or something. I definitely want Pidex on my squad. It's a cool looking little penguin dude. Ooh, and then we see this giant guy. Look at him. Volcanic Guardian. Then we see this key guy walking up. As I was talking about, I feel like this key guy, since he's in a cutscene, he might be important. I was talking about like those doors, and I wonder if he's the one who can open these doors. And notice how he has a ring on his head, like a giant ring. I feel like he plays a huge role. This key Tenorian. I just said Tenorian. I met aliens. Oh, we see someone right here. This looks like who was on the ground earlier. This might be our professor right here, because the professor had blue hair. All right, and we see these guys with a staff opening up, going through like a portal looking thing. Got some sort of hexaplate on their staff. And then look at this scene, bro. Look at this. He just slammed a guardian, like looks like a water guardian or something, onto the ground. And this evil guy looks like he's going back into his portal. And look at this. This is what I was talking about, the giant ring. I feel like that key guy we saw earlier has to do with this person, because this one also has like a giant ring. You also look at the bottom. Looks like things have changed on the bottom here. Like they look different, a little different. Oh yeah, see these guys look a little different. Like the pyro guy now. Pyro guy has some blue on it. The bottom one, he's out green and purple. I originally thought these were the Evos, but they're clearly not. They're clearly some sort of form. And we look on the side as well. The things saying like these look like future forms almost. I feel like I have a theory that after watching this, that I feel like the doors lead to like a portal to either like the past, the future. Like maybe there's 3 different doors or 2 different doors you can enter that'll either lead you to the past or the future. And we can just go hunt there. I don't know. We'll see. And maybe it'll apply to different different aliens. Like in the fire area, if we go to the future area, we have a chance to encounter the future starter version. If we go to the water area and we go to a future door, we have a chance to encounter the Casco. And then obviously we go to like the more grassy area, we get the Vanuki. Anyway, I think that is it for this video. For 28th. I can't wait to play it. Hashtag Team Casco. I'll have a link down below to join in it. You definitely should join. See you guys next time. Quack quack.